Hey, welcome back. It's Joshua Bellinger of CounterVest, and I have a trade here that I want to share with you. And it's a play on next week's special session for Congress that they're going to try to ram in this $3.5 trillion spending bill, this what they call infrastructure bill. Um, but what we're seeing is an interesting play setting up here in a 5G stock, and I love 5G, and this is an interesting play, especially after today's sell-off. So let's take a look here at Juniper Network. So one thing that always sticks out is stocks that tend to stay green on a day of stocks sell-off. So today we saw the SPY sell-off and the NASDAQ sell-off. Oops. Barely, but it's something. And even though it sold off here, we had an attempt to break out, hit a new high, and it backed off here. So this is interesting. You have some interesting resistance here, and it looks as if it wants to get above this and break out. So the activity that we saw today was focused in the expiration that happens on Friday, 2 days from now, and then the next week's expiration as well. That's what indicates to me that they possibly could be setting up for this bill to be rammed through. Now, part of that bill has something specifically about the 5G network. I mean, it's a very tiny, we're talking about 20 or 2,000 pages of this bill, and it's a complete disaster. I mean, if anything, call your Congress, call your representative and tell them that this can't happen. But unfortunately, these people are probably going to pass it through, and it is what it is. So, you can try, but if anything, it's called a hedge bet, right? hedging our bets, and because this is a disaster. But anyways, Juniper overall, I still, even if the bill doesn't pass or whatnot, I mean, what we're seeing here short term is seeing this this activity that they're indicating that they possibly, some of this activity could be and likely trading, two-sided trading, meaning that they're in and out today, especially on today's move. But we also see in the September contract as well that they're buying it as buying these calls as well. So here we have a thesis. We then want to do a trade structure and manage risk. So the thesis is that they're positioning ahead of this move, and one of the overlooked aspects is that there is a significant amount of money that is being pushed towards 5G. Now, I've been all about 5G. If you want my number one 5G pick, go to 5gpick.com. Watch that presentation I put together. And 5G still continues to emerge. No matter what you think, 5G still hasn't had. We thought 2020 was going to be the year. It's looking to be 2021, 2022, especially with what happened in 2020. So put things on a little bit of a backtrack. Supplies are a little bit limited as well, but you have a second opportunity. And right here we see September. So this gives us a time frame overall where we think something's going to happen. Now, how do you trade this? Well, we take a look here at the chart. Volatility is ticking up here, especially because of the market here, and you have to hedge against that. So, spread, put spread, however you want to. You can do a calendar as well. Again, that's your structure, how you want to define your risk. But that's where money's going. That's where they're positioning. Why they could be doing that? Well, there happens to be a bill next week that's going to be put up for vote. So this is indicating something ahead of that, where maybe a little birdie knows, who knows, or just the fact that they're ahead of the news and seeing the reaction that's going to happen there. So we see that money coming in here. Overall, the stock, it's taken some time for this to develop, but Juniper for a 5G pick long term it's actually come onto my watch list, and I'm watching a little bit more about it. And after earnings here, they had some good things to say. So this actually could be a longer term play that I will talk about in my other service. But that's what I have for you today. Juniper, short term, infrastructure bill. But hey, it's a trade. Trade is a trade. That's it. So that's a trade. That's what I have for you. That's where money's going. And you can see where the stock wants to break out as well. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, good trading.